I don't speak English. I start speaking English, learning English about a year ago. I speak French, and I grew up with French. So my English is franglais. I'm born in the Western Congo in an area around here, and then went to university in Kisangani. And after I finished, I went to this area, the Ituri Forest. But what I've been doing, when I was about 14, I grew in my uncle's house. And my father was a soldier, and my uncle was a fisherman and also a poacher. What I've been doing from 14 to 17 was I was assisting them collecting ivory tusks, meat, and whatever they were killing, poaching, hunting in the forest, bring it in the main city to get access to the market. But finally, I got myself involved. Around 17 to 20 years, I became myself poacher. And I wanted to do it because I believed to continue my study. I wanted to go to university, but my father was poor, my uncle even. So I did it, and for 3 to 4 years, I went to university. 3 times, I applied to biomedical science, to be a doctor. I didn't succeed. I was having my inscription, my admission to biology. And I said, no way, I'm not doing it. My family is poor, my area don't have better health care. I want to be a doctor to serve them. 3 times, that means 3 years. And I start getting old. I say, oh no, I continue. So I did tropical ecology and plant botany. When I finished, I went to Ituri Forest for my internship. It's where I really get in passion with what I'm doing right up to now. I'm standing in front of you, doing botany and wildlife conservation. That time, the Ituri Forest was created as a forest reserve with some endemic animals and also plants. And the training center there was built around the scientific Congolese staff and some American scientists also. So the Okapi Fauna Reserve protects I think that is the largest number of elephants we have right now in protected area in Congo. It has also chimpanzees, and it has been named Okapi Fauna Reserve because of this beautiful creature that is a forest giraffe. I think you guys, you know it quite well. Here we have savanna giraffe, but through evolutions, we have this forest giraffe that lives only in Congo. It has also some beautiful primates, 13 species, highest diversity we can find in one single area in Africa. And it has the Ituri Forest itself, about 1,300 species of plants so far known. I joined Wildlife Conservation Society working there in 1995, but I started working with them as a student in 1991. I was appointed as teaching assistant at my university because I accomplished with honor. But I didn't like the way the instruction I got was very poor. And I wanted to perform to a training center and a research center. With the end of dictatorship regime of Mobutu Sese Seko that most of you know, life became very, very difficult, and the work we have been doing was completely difficult to do and to achieve it. When Kabila started his movement to liberate Congo, so Mobutu soldiers started moving and retreated. So they started fleeing from the east to the west. And the Okapi Fauna Reserve is there. So there was a road from Goma somewhere here and coming like this. So they might pass through Okapi Fauna Reserve. Congo has 5 of World Heritage Sites of protected area, and Okapi Fauna Reserve is one of them. So soldier was fleeing in the Okapi Fauna Reserve. On their way, they looted everything. Torture was, oh my God, you can't believe. every person was looking his way, where to go, we don't know. And it was for us young, the first time really we hear the language of war, of guns. And even people who faced the rebellion of 1963 after our independence, they didn't believe what was happening. They were killing people, they were doing whatever they want because they have power. We have been doing that. Young children, child soldiers. You can't ask him how old he is because he has guns. But I was from the West, working in the East. Even that time was not speaking Swahili. And when they came, they looted everything. You can't speak Lingala because Lingala was from Mobutu and everyone speaking Lingala is soldier. And I was from the same area to him. All my friends said, we are leaving because we are target. But I'm not going to the East because there I don't know Swahili. I stay. If I go, I will be killed. I can't go back to my area. It's more than 1,000 kilometers. I stayed after they looted everything. We have been doing research on botany, and we have a small herbarium of 4,500 sheets of plants we cut, we dry, and we packed them. We mount them on folder papers so that we start them for agriculture, for medicine, for whatever, and for science, for the study of the flora and the change of the forest. That is people moving around. That's even pygmies. And this is a bright guy, hard-working person, and pygmies. I've been working with him about 10 years. And with soldiers, they went to the forest for poaching elephants because his pygmies, he know how to track elephant in the forest. He have been attacked by leopard, and they abandoned him in the forest. They came to tell me I have to save him. And what I did, I gave him just antibiotics that we cure for tuberculosis. And fortunately, I saved his life. And that was the language of the war. Everywhere there have been constant extraction of mineral, killing animals, logging timbers, and so on. And what of important things, I think all of you here have a cell phone. That mineral have killed a lot. 5 million of Congolese have gone because of this. Colombo tantalite, they call it coltan. That they use it to make cell phone. And it have been in that area all over in Congo, extraction and good big business of the war. And what I did for the first war, after we have lost everything, I have to save something, even myself, my life, and life of the staff. I buried some of our new vehicle engine. I buried it to save it. And some of equipment went with them on the top of the canopy to save it. It's not collecting plant. It's going to save our equipment on the canopy. And with the material that left, because they wanted to destroy it, to burn it, they didn't understand it, they didn't go to school. I packed it, and that is me, going to, heading to Uganda, try to save that 4,000 material with people carrying them on the bicycle. And after that, we succeeded. I housed that 4,000 material at the herbarium of Makerere University. And after the war, I've been able to bring it back home so that we continue our studies. The second war came while we didn't expect it. With friends, we have been sitting and watching match, football, and having some good music with a World Space Radio when it started, I think. So it was so bad we heard that no, from the east again, the war started. And it's going fast. This time, I think Kabila will go in place of, as he did with Mobutu. And the reserve was target to the rebels. 3 different movements and 2 militia acting in the same area and competing for natural resources. And there was no way to work. They destroy everything. Poaching, oh, no way. And that's the powerful man. We have to meet and to talk to them. What's the regulation of the reserve and what the regulation of the parks? And they can't do what they are doing. So we went to meet them. That is coltan extraction, gold mineral mining. So we start talking with them, convincing them that we are in a protected area. There is regulations. It's prohibited to do logging, mining, and poaching specifically. But they said, you guys, you think that soldiers who are dying are most important, not important, and your animals and so you are protecting are most important. We don't think so. We have to do it because to let our movement advance. I said, no way, you are not going to do it here. We started talking with them, and I was negotiating, try to protect our equipment, try to protect our staff and the villages of about 1,500 people. And we continued, but I was doing that, negotiating with them. Sometimes we are having meeting and they are talking with Jean-Pierre Bemba, with Mbusanya Mwesi, with Kabila, and I'm there. Sometimes they talk to my own language, that is Lingala. I hear it, and what strategy they are doing, what they are planning. Sometimes they are having helicopter to supply them with ammunition and so on. They used me to care that. And I was doing, counting what comes from where and where and where. I had only this equipment, my satellite phone, my computer, and a plastic solar panel that I hide it in the forest. And every time, daily, after we have meeting, what compromission we have, whatever, I go, I write a short email, send it. I don't know how many people I add on my address. I send the message, what is going about the progress of the war and what they are planning to do. They started suspecting that what we do on the morning and the afternoon it's on the news, BBC, RFE, and something might be going on. And one day we went for a meeting. Sorry. One day we went to meet the chief commander. He had the same iridium sat phone like me. And he asked me, do you know how to use this? I have never seen it. I don't know. And I had mine on my pocket. So it was a chance that they trusted me a lot. They was not looking on me. So I was scared. And when we finished the meeting, I went to return it in the forest. And I was sending news, doing whatever, reporting daily to UN, to UNESCO, to our institution in New York, what have been going. And for that, they have been having big pressure to leave, to free the area, because there was no way. Whatever they do, it's known the same times. During the first two rebellions, they killed all animals in the zoo. We have a zoo of 14 Okapis, and one of them was pregnant. And during the war, after a week of heavy war, fighting in the area, we succeeded. We had the first Okapi. This is the only trouser and shirt I remained with this. This is not local population. This is rebels. They are now happy sending news that they have protected the Okapi with the war, because we send news that they are killing, poaching, and everyone. After a week, we have celebrated the birthday of that Okapi. They killed elephant just 50 meters to the area where the zoo where Okapi was born, and I was mad. I opposed it that they are now going to dissect it until I do my report, and then I see the chief commander, and I succeeded. The elephant just decayed, and they just got the task. What we are doing after that, that was the situation of the war. We have to rebuild. I had some money. I was paid $150. I devoted half of it to rebuild the herbarium, because we didn't have good infrastructure to start plants. Wildlife Conservation Society, more dealing with plants. I started this with $70 and start fundraising money to where I've been going. I had the opportunity to go all over where herbarium for my African material is. And they supported me a bit, and I built this. Now it's doing work to train young Congolese, and also one of the specialty we are doing, my design is tracking the global warming effect on biodiversity and what the impacts of the Ituri Forest is playing to uptake carbon. This is one of the studies we are doing on 40 hectares plot where we have tagged trees and lianas from 1 centimeters, and we are tracking them. We have now data of about 15 years to see how that forest is contributing to the carbon reductions. And that is, I think, it's a bit, it's difficult for me. This is a very embarrassing talk. I don't know where to start, where to finish it. When I was thinking to come here, what best title I wanted to say to my talk, I didn't find this, but now I think that I would have titled it The Language of Guns. Why are you people? Now we are talking about reconstruction, rebuild Africa. But is gun industries a tool to rebuild, or is it a game? I think we see the war like a game, like soccer, football. Everybody is happy, but see what is doing. See what is going in Darfur. Now we say, oh my God, see what was in Rwanda. That's because of the language of guns. I don't think that someone may blame Google, because it's doing the right things. Even if people like Al-Qaeda are using Google to connect between them, but it's serving millions for the best. But what is doing with gun industries? Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Just wait 1 minute. No. It's an amazing story. I suspect a lot of people here have the same question I have. How can we help you?
Yeah. That's really embarrassing questions. I think right now I feel nervous, and I think helping us, people are acting sometimes by ignorance. I did it myself. I didn't, if I know when I was young that killing elephant, I'm destroying biodiversity, I would not have done it. Many, you have seen the talents of Africans, but there are few who are going to school. Many are dying because of all those kind of pandemic, HIV, malaria, poverty, not going to school. What you can assist us, it's by building capacities. How many have got opportunity like me to go to US, do a master, and go now, I'm in Netherlands to do a PhD. But many of them are just here because they don't have money. And they can't go even to university. They can't even attend the bachelor degree. Building capacities for young generation is going to make better generation and better future tomorrow for Africa.
Thank you. Thank you.